Let's talk about the Verde Island Passage, dubbed, yun nga, sabi mo, the center of marine biodiversity in the world. So prior to this incident, actually, there have already been conservation efforts
Mm.
already in the area to combat threats of illegal and destructive fishing practices, pollution, unsustainable
Mm.
land use, tsaka irresponsible tourism. So how does this oil spill exacerbate the situation there? And you also mentioned that it's an ecologically sensitive area. What makes it an ecologically sensitive area that we should really look out for right after this incident?
Yeah, when I say ecologically sensitive, kasi parang Verde Island Passage really is the highest in biodiversity. Parang pinakamarami siyang klaseng isda, klaseng mga aquatic resources na nandyan. So, kung maapektuhan siya, hindi natin alam, hindi pa nga natin nadidiscover yung ibang mga wildlife na
Mm.
nandyan. So, it's really like the last frontier for us kasi kailangan natin talaga tingnan. Pero yun nga, since alam natin, we recognize how important it is to our country, to the entire world even. Kasi, parang ito yung bangko ng ating mga klase-klaseng isda na nandito sa ating bansa and sa buong mundo. Um, it's really important for us to protect it. Kaya ecologically sensitive. And then marami na ning mga threats diyan, 'di ba? Like the threats from pollution, as you said, the threats from destructive, fishing activities, illegal commercial fishing coming in, and then kaya kami actually have been talking about it lately is because the threats of the infrastructure that is planned to be built there, which are liquefied natural gas infrastructures, which will cause, we know will cause an impact to this ecologically sensitive environment. So, yun yung tinitingnan namin. Kaya yung call talaga namin is, yes, we need to recognize its importance as a center of marine resources biodiversity, and also put in the requisite measures that should be in place. Declare it as a protected area under our national laws, and also ensure that there are management mechanisms in place already. Kasi parang ngayon, fragmented eh. May isang province doing a good job in protecting, like Mindoro, ang dami nilang locally small MPAs. Batangas, meron din naman, pero hindi sila masyadong nag-uusap with each other kasi
Mhm.
maraming provinces, there are 4 provinces involved here. So, parang kailangan natin ng parang coordinated, collaborative approach to protect this area. And so, may efforts naman before, but hindi siya na sustain kasi siyempre, kailangan din natin with the changes in ating administration, minsan din the NGOs that were there before can no longer support the efforts of government na sana government should have continued. Yun yung mga maraming factors when it comes to management of an area as big as this. So, yun, I think with a protection at the national level, meron kasi kang parang overarching framework for its protection. So, yun yung pinanawagan namin for this area sa.
Mhm. Do you think after this incident, mas lalo pa nating mapapalakas yung call for that protection, that national protection for the Verde Island Passage?
Yeah, kasi our call is to protect it and to recognize that climate change is also going to exacerbate the threats that are already existing there. So if we protect them, protect these areas through a national law, and then ensure management mechanisms so that when we plan for its management, pag-isipan na natin, we think twice about, for instance, hosting those LNG terminals in
Mhm.
Verde Island. Kasi we know na hindi dapat doon. Bakit doon nilalagay yung lahat ng mga... At saka, we also have to think about, in this age of climate crisis, parang we don't be dependent on, oil and natural gas already. We think about renewable energy. And so parang we have to shift our mindset towards more sustainable future for that area.